First off, good morning. It's great to be here, and I'm so honored and privileged to be able to be here amongst so many constituents. I want to start off by thanking our media partners for being here this morning and traveling up and taking time out of your day to be able to help promote the messages that we're putting out there. My name is Armando Fontes. I am the East Tennessee Law Enforcement Liaison for the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. I want to thank Chief John McMurray and the town of Bean Station for hosting this press event. And as you can see, this is one of the best ones I've had. On behalf of Director Buddy Lewis and the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, and also Commissioner Jeff Long, I want to thank you very much for being here this morning. August the 29th through September the 1st, we will be working together to make the state of Tennessee safer by implementing strategic enforcement campaigns across the state. Here in the 1st District and the 5th District, which is known as East Tennessee, we will be conducting several sobriety checkpoints, and we will also be increasing enforcement efforts targeting heavily traveled roadways. One initiative that we will be taking is the 11W initiative that I and my law enforcement partners have been able to work together and put together that runs from Bristol, Tennessee, all the way into Knoxville, Tennessee. And actually 11W ends up in Memphis, Tennessee, so it runs the entire length of the state. I'm partnering with these agencies to focus primarily on 120 miles of roadway that is going to be affected by all of these agencies that will be working this upcoming Labor Day. And today I have some guest speakers, and with that being said, I'm going to take a moment to introduce them and thank them for being here. I appreciate them for being here this morning. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce Major Stacey Heatherly with the Tennessee Highway Patrol.
Well, good morning, everyone. We are excited to be here with our media partners and our awesome law enforcement partners. This is amazing to have sets of representation here of all of us that cover 11W. 11W has become increasingly dangerous. From 2020 to 2024, there have been 792 crashes. That is a 180% increase in just 4 years. 2020, there were 104 crashes. By 2024, that number had tripled to 291 each year. That's alarming for such a rural road in a rural area. More than 1 in 4 of these crashes result in injuries. Behind the numbers are families, friends, communities. Think about it, your church members, your family members, they're all affected by these crashes. The leading causes are basically very minor. It's what we can do to adjust our driving habits. They are failure to yield the right of way, 14% of those. 14% also are following too close. Failure to keep proper lane is 11%. Nearly 5% of these crashes are because of impaired drivers. 5%. That's alarming. Half of the crashes didn't involve another vehicle. They were single vehicle crashes. 25% were made up of rear end crashes, so just following too close. The angle crashes were 19%. It's alarming to see these numbers and what they're caused by. Single vehicles and the reaction that they're not taking. We're increasingly putting the enforcement out here. We continue to push law enforcement into these areas that we see the crashes. But the reality is we cannot enforce our way out of this problem. The real solution is safe driving decisions, and that's your decision. We can enforce all we want, but until you drive safely, will not make a difference. Don't drive distracted. Keep a safe distance. And we all know to slow down. Also, do not drive impaired. Many in Tennessee are affected by impaired drivers, and I am one of those. Every crash is prevented to save lives. and every one that we prevent does save a life. Together, we can make 11W safer for everyone who travels it. And again, I'm so grateful and thankful to have such wonderful partners today. Thank y'all.
I'm James Harlow, Sheriff of Grainger County, and I'm standing proud, along with law enforcement agencies, to announce the launch of the Safer 11W campaign, which is a multi-agency law enforcement initiative aimed at promoting safer driving along 11W. During this campaign, there will be multiple law enforcement agencies from across the region will join forces in a concerted effort to reduce traffic crashes and save lives on one of our community's busiest corridors. I want to give you just a little history about Highway 11W. As Armando touched on it earlier, in 1915, it was considered the main road from Memphis to Bristol. It was designated by the General Assembly as State Route 01. It still carries that designation today. It's US 70 for part of the highway, but from Memphis to Knoxville, and then it becomes US 11W going up to Bristol. So therefore, it was the major road from Memphis to Bristol, which was about 500 miles at that time. In 1972, there was a head-on collision here in Bean Station, just south of where we're located now, involving a Greyhound bus and a semi-truck, costing the lives of 14 individuals and earning the name Bloody Highway 11W. Highway 11W during that time was the main thoroughfare from Bristol to Knoxville up until I-81 was completed in 1975, which in turn relieved some of the traffic from 11W. Grainger County's section of 11W is the only section of 11W that is not 4-lane. Our goal with Safer 11W is simple. We want everyone traveling this route to make it home safely. That starts with drivers being mindful, responsible, and fully present behind the wheel. The Safer 11W campaign will involve increased patrols, public awareness, and collaborative enforcement efforts along this highway. This isn't just about writing tickets, it's about saving lives. We need everyone, every driver, every passenger, and every family to be a part of this solution.
It's an honor to be here this morning for this great cause. It's also an honor for me to be here with the brothers and sisters of law enforcement. We have a wonderful partnership working together to try to make the road safe. I remember a long time ago they used to call it Highway 11W, Bloody 11W. We're trying our best to prevent that from reoccurring again. We do have a lot of traffic accidents, but I want you to know it takes more than law enforcement to make this a safer place. Public awareness, people paying attention, people watching their surroundings, and not be distracted with everything going on. It's a hard job for us to be out and just being everywhere. I know in my county, we're having a lot of accidents every day, not only on 11W, but the other state roads and county roads. It's our responsibility to make it a safe county, but it's also the public's responsibility to be aware of what's going on and to pay attention and keep everybody safe and their families. And Hawkins County Sheriff's Office will do everything they can to assist these other agencies in making this a safer place to live and a better highway. Thank you.
So as you can see, we have an amazing group of officers and individuals and people that are here today that's going to be orchestrating and working this upcoming Labor Day event, and we're going to be out there in force working to save lives and to basically be there to serve and help and protect our people. But at the end of the day, as each of these speakers have said, it comes down to a personal initiative. It comes down to people taking ownership and responsibility for themselves, their driving behaviors, the way they are on the roadways, and we need your help. These men and women standing behind me are family-oriented people that care and have compassion for each of their communities. And so what you're seeing today is communities coming together with our media partners, and we're asking for you to spread the message of do your part this holiday season and save lives. Continue to reduce fatalities on our roadways by doing your part.